Hi, and thank you for joining me for this dose of virtual vitamin Z. My name is Akilah, educator with the Detroit Zoological Society. I would love for you to hop on over with me today as we are going to be traveling somewhere to visit some really special frogs. So if we're starting here in Michigan, we're going to be traveling south of the US, past Florida, past Cuba, and right here to Panama. We're going to be visiting the Panamanian Golden Frogs today. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so Panamanian Golden Frogs are some amphibians that we have at that are in our care at the Detroit Zoo and the National Amphibian Conservation Center. They're really small frogs, but of course this right here is just a close-up view. And let's go over some skills and concepts we're going to cover today. So we're going to be talking about creativity. We're going to be using some fine motor skills for our activity that we're going to do, some eye-hand coordination, practicing sequence, patience, building reverence, and also doing some mental math. Some vocabulary we're going to introduce to you or reintroduce is origami and chytrid. So let's talk a little bit about what chytrid is first before I continue this video. So chytrid is a fungus that forms on the outside of amphibians like the Panamanian golden frog. That's the reason why their population is going extinct in the wild. And the Detroit Zoological Society, they're working along with people to increase their population by breeding them here and then trying to figure out a way to release them in the wild safely to make sure those numbers can continue to go up. But chytrid is a fungus that can transfer from human contact to these amphibians. And so that's something that we want to talk about doing. So if we see amphibians that are out in the wild, I know sometimes it's really, it urges us to kind of care for them and want to pick them up. If you do find an amphibian in the wild and you feel like they need some type of care, make sure that you have some type of protection for your hands. So gloves. And you want to carefully make sure that they get back to the habitat that they need to get to so they can safely live there. So like I said before, chytrid is a fungus that forms on the outside of their skin. It's not something that you can see with the naked eye. It's something that will have to be done in the lab so they can see underneath the microscope. So it's almost like a layer that forms and they're not able to breathe, or they're not able to get the water that they need in order to stay hydrated. So let's watch a video of the Panamanian golden frogs that we have at the Detroit Zoo. Like I said before, they're really small. When they come on land, they usually start off green, and then over time, as they mature, they'll start getting the yellow golden coloration that you see right here. And then eventually they'll start to get those black spots. And like I said before, if you do find an animal that you feel that may need some help, you always want to make sure if you find an adult, that you find a trusted adult, and to figure out ways to help those animals, you can always visit animalhelpnow.org. So let's get right to the activity that we're going to be doing today. So you'll need some origami paper. You need instructions on how to create an origami leapfrog. I put those in the comments or in the title box for you to follow along with if you would like to see that on a separate device. You'll need a die and paper or pencil. And if you don't have a die, you can always use small pieces of paper, number them 1 through 6, and put them in a cup and then shake them up and pull your numbers out. So we had a die for the activity, but first we're going to talk a little bit about origami. So origami is the Japanese art of folding paper and creating shapes and animals. So after we watch the video, this is my friend and colleague, Stephen. He is trying out his origami leapfrog, and he's doing this activity. And this is another way that you can build reverence and build empathy for these animals. Like I said before, I know we may be really inclined to touch amphibians or to touch other wildlife, but if you're creating things like this and doing activities, you're still being involved, involved with them. So now let's talk about the activity. So we're gonna have a total of 5 roles. Like I said before, you're gonna use a die, or you're gonna have pieces of paper numbered 1 through 6, and make sure they're individual pieces of paper, and you can stick them in a cup and pull them out one by one. And we're gonna do some mental math. So what the goal is that every role that we have, we're gonna add those numbers together. So the very first role that Stephen and I had together was the number 2. So that total is 2. So then we did a second roll. We rolled a 2 again. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna take that total, add the second number, and we got the number 4. And what we tried to do was not use our calculators, but doing some mental math. So that's math that you're just doing in your head. And you can also do this activity by using adding. You can do subtracting, multiplication, or division. Doing division, I can guarantee you is going to get a little bit complicated, but this is a fun way that you can practice those mental math skills. The third row, we rolled a 5. So we did 4, which was the total from the second row, plus 5 for the third row, and we got 9. All right, for the fourth row, we rolled a 6. And can you guess out there what the total is? 9 plus 6 is going to be 15. You said 15, you're absolutely correct. So now for the fifth row, we rolled a 1, and 15 plus 1 was 16. So it's a really fun way for you to practice with your young learners at home how to do mental math. And even if they don't want to do mental math, they just want to practice adding, they can always write it out. And then eventually they can work their way up to doing that mental math. So if you would like to know more about the doses of virtual vitamin Z that we offer at the Detroit Zoo, please visit the page and you can go to the education. We're also offering summer virtual ventures this summer. And every week we'll be releasing a new video and new episodes. So this week we are going to be we're highlighting the Amazon rainforest and some of the conservation work that we're doing. So I would definitely say check it out. And this is what the Summer Virtual Ventures page looks like. So last week we released the Penguin Conservation Challenge, and this week is the Amazon Rainforest Conservation. So again, let's just review. Today we talked about creativity. You're using creativity skills with the origami, which was a Japanese fine art of folding paper. We use fine motor skills. You had to use those eye and hand coordination when you're folding that paper. Practice in sequence. That means you actually have to follow directions in order. If you don't follow them in order, then your origami is not going to turn out exactly the way you want. Patience. You definitely need to have patience for this. There's a lot of folding, a lot of tucking, but I guarantee you, if you're very patient and you pay attention to the detail, you can definitely get it. Building reverence. So we talked about if you see animals outside, you can respect them from afar, and then you can do activities to highlight them. And we also worked on some of those mental math skills. So that's doing the math in your head. We did some addition today. Maybe you decide to do some subtraction, or maybe you decide to do some multiplication or division. I definitely challenge you guys to try it out. Thanks again for joining me for this dose of virtual vitamin Z. Stay well, take care, and we'll see you soon.